I really feel like the merger in 1968 was really important because I think we grew from there and took differing denominations and we melded them very well together.
Canon Purdy at the Vatican Council once made the statement, "We are all heirs of a tradition that we did not make." That's certainly true for me. I am a fourth generation minister. I am fourth generation United Brethren, Evangelical United Brethren, Methodist, and United Methodist.
I believe that it was something that took courage and was actually employing some of what we're celebrating this year of seeing all the people. It was two strong denominations becoming one by brothers and sisters on a walk with Jesus Christ, believing that together they could be stronger.
I really feel like the united part of our denomination, the United Methodist Church, is really symbolic that we did unite differing theologies and ideas, but we've really worked through that well. The United Methodist Church is stronger because of those mergers. So I think it's important. I hadn't really thought about that it was 50 years, but that's pretty amazing how far we have come from that.
I was so excited about this merger to think that, we're all going to be in this together. Our churches are going to do things, and we did.
We've been through a lot of changes, and us turning 50 points out that we came together in 1968. That was a pretty crazy time, and what happened was the United Methodist Church was born out of a pretty crazy time in history. So I think we need to keep that in mind, remember that we have a history of coming together, and we can repeat that history.
What will it take to turn this beginning into the reality of its promise and of our hopes?
The coming together of the central jurisdiction as well as the other forms of Methodism, we're coming together, and we're still together.
It was hard for, African Americans and coming out of that central district, celebrating that idea of that history of where we're coming from. There's a story to be told there. And from our segregated districts to the districts now where we are striving to have real dialogue about race. At that 50th birthday anniversary is a great time to begin that conversation.
A whole lot of history and a significant story was rewritten in 1968. And Black clergy and Black leadership, and particularly the African American church, was at the center.
The real issue we're facing at the Uniting Conference has to do with racism and the fact of whether or not we're going to deal with it adequately.
The number of communities that have been able to become strong United Methodist communities that are not operating with the divisions of what we used to be, I think are a model for how I believe God must look at all of us. I don't believe that God looks at any of us with denominational labels. We are all His children, and to the extent that we can be focusing on what we share in common in walking this journey, in living out the values that are foundational for us, we will be more effective disciples. And I celebrate that as United Methodists, we can stand up and say, we took a big step 50 years ago. There may be other big steps ahead that can be taken, but we can do this, and that, as the theme of the past year has been, together we are more.
50 sounds like a big number, but it's still a young number. Happy birthday, United Methodist Church.